as if the shit with Joe Biden fucking being brain dead isn't enough. As if it wasn't enough that he doesn't show up during the biggest crisis the United States has faced since at least 2008. Yeah, wouldn't you say? There's this fucking new... There's how many allegations has there already been about sexual misconduct with Joe Biden, but then there's this one that's really particularly fucked up about a woman who came out and accused him of sexual assault. I don't know if it was a secretary or an intern or something.
And he said, like, supposedly, allegedly, he told her, like, she's nothing to him.
Yeah, I have it right here.
And she said, like, he smiles when he's mad, which is true. Like, you can see that. Whenever he gets mad, he does this bullshit smile. Also, he does like a weird, like, a different awkward smile when he fucks up and he, like, knows that he just did something really, just embarrassed himself.
Yeah.
And, dude, God, he looks so fucking senile when he smiles when he fucks up, dude. It just looks bad.
Because he does, like, a...
It's
like,
weird,
like
dude.
This.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, yeah, this new sexual assault that came out against Joe Biden... Woman accuses Joe Biden of sexual assault. And the quote is, "He put me up against a wall. Without consent, he went down my skirt and penetrated me with his fingers. When I pulled away, he pointed at me and said, 'You're nothing to me.' He smiles when he's angry." Yeah. What the fuck, dude?
The thing is, like, do you got to take it with a grain of salt? Because who the fuck knows?
Okay, sure.
But, yeah, it's not good.
Sure. I understand.
It won't matter. The corporate media ain't gonna fucking.
But that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, this is the double standard. Because should we have taken with a grain of salt the accusations against Kavanaugh, or Harvey Weinstein, or Bill Cosby, or and all these guys did fucked up shit. But all these allegations that came out in the wake of the Me Too movement, a lot of should we have taken those with a grain of salt? Yeah. Meanwhile, we're not even fucking hearing anything about this with Joe Biden. Meanwhile, there's all these other allegations. He probably did fucking do this, man.
Yeah, and then...
And where's the whole thing about, like, we should all... the quote with the Me Too movement? And I tend to believe this for the most...
No, there's even a Joe Biden quote.
And I tend to believe this for the most part. What is it? Believe survivors or whatever? Well, what the fuck?
Listen to
this. But it's Joe Biden?
This is a Joe Biden quote.
Okay.
When a woman alleges sexual assault, presume she is telling the truth.
What's up, Joe? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And I do think that's dangerous to just blindly believe. Because to act like a woman wouldn't use that to, like, fucking ruin someone's reputation that pissed them off is naive.
Yeah.
Because we've encountered some crazy women.
Yeah.
You especially, like, women can get fucking nuts and do weird shit, just like men can.
It's true.
But, yeah, it's just funny to see...
The shoe being on the other foot.
Dude, you can just see on Biden he's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, man.
Like, dude, he makes little girls so uncomfortable.
Oh, dude,
whether he's being really weird or not, like, don't you see that you're making these people uncomfortable?
Yeah, like, and that's okay. You know what? You just got onto something. Because let's say, in his heart of hearts, best case scenario, it is just Grandpa Joe shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
You should still have enough sense or human decency or, like, empathy or whatever it is to be like, oh, I'm making these people uncomfortable. I'm going to rein it in. Even if you have no devilish intent, you should still be able to be like, yo, you can't do this. It's making people uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And then all the other people around you that aren't the ones being touched being like, hey, Joe, like, stop, dude. Like, I know you're just Grandpa Joe. That's fine. I know you'd have no hard, whatever. But stop, bro. And here's the thing. I kind of want to talk about what you just said with, like, rape allegations and stuff like this. And first off, like, we're two men, so it's like, what we have to say about it should be taken with a grain of salt. But it's still an interesting discussion to have about the whole you should believe rape accusers.
I think you should take it seriously and not brush it off like it has in the past.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't just automatically, because that's finding someone guilty before trial, essentially.
And that is the point that I was going to get at, is like, you should, if a woman comes out and said, like, Joe Biden or whoever, even just a regular everyday person assaulted them sexually, you should fucking take it to the utmost seriousness and look into it and do an investigation. But you shouldn't automatically fucking hate that.
Yeah, don't go full-blown Saudi Arabia where you got to demand there's 2 male witnesses. Like, you know what they do? If a woman accuses someone of rape, there had to have been 2 male witnesses to said rape. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And then they I'm pretty sure they execute women who make rape accusations without the, they do fucked up shit in Saudi Arabia. One of our big allies.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, no, so obviously that's like the far end of the spectrum of not believing. But yeah, so it is like, you should believe. Your first assumption should be that she wouldn't make it up, and then do a proper investigation. But on the same side, until you can put it all together and prove that you shouldn't cancel them, and you shouldn't. But then
because you do got to be skeptical that we're in the heat of a campaign and it comes out. Why didn't it come out years ago?
Sure.
Like, you do need to question these things. You shouldn't just automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if Bernie got accused of something, I wouldn't automatically be like, oh, Bernie's a sicko. Like, you know what I mean? It's different. People have different reactions depending on the person is, and it shouldn't be that way.
That's what I mean. There's this double standard, right?
Yeah.
And now with the stuff with Joe Biden, we're just kind of like, sweeping it under the rug. But yeah, but then there's the other thing with this, like, when it comes to allegations and stuff, is even if it ends up not being true, or if the case gets dismissed or they're proven innocent, it's unfortunate because the woman or whatever doesn't even have to necessarily get a conviction for their life for that person's life to be ruined.
Oh yeah.
And it's like
just floating it out there.
It's enough to fuck
ruin
somebody.
An image, yeah.
Yeah, and that's just unfortunate.
Especially if the media decides to pick it up
and like really spin it.
Isn't it weird how they decide to pick certain ones up and ruin people, and then other ones they brush under the rug like they're doing?
Again, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's
fucking weird.
So yeah, it is this unfortunate. First off, it's just unfortunate at all that in this day and age, men and shit are still fucking rapists and animals and God. But yeah, it's this unfortunate thing. It's a lose-lose in the end because the woman was assaulted and fucking traumatized. And then on the other end, if it never actually happened and the woman's doing something, the damage is done. So it's fucking terrible all around.